Welcome to Infinite Phantom Blade build. This one can be played in New Game and New Game Plus. New Game Plus of course is more efficient because we can get that jarling that reduces set requirements by -1, which is also possible to obtain during the late game of New Game. While I didn't find a way to remain in Phantom Blade form for infinite amount of time, I did find the solution to fill up Phantom Gauge as quickly as possible. Basically, you're only going to need a couple of attacks to get into the Phantom Blade, and then again a couple of attacks to again fill up the Phantom Blade gauge. Of course, it depends on the success of the fight as well, as if you're going to get hit all the time and not do the things that are supposed to be done, it's not going to work that well, but it's going to work nonetheless. To what degree depends on you. The great thing about this build is that you can play it with any weapon that you like. In this case I've used Spear because Spear has a great thing where we can end up at enemies' back and then continue attacking for increased spirit accumulation. We need lots of spirit to be able to use abilities, which in turn grants us Phantom Gauge. That's the thing we are after here. What you are watching is New Game Plus Blade Phantom boss. It has increased health and of course increasingly cheap damage numbers that he can dish out. What I'm doing in this fight is I'm constantly trying to use my skills and also bring dodge and bring guard to generate as much spirit as possible next to attacking, of course. Everything generates spirit, but we can increase the spirit gain by some of the things that I'm gonna mention when I talk about the build and show all the items and gear that I have. By using skills we generate Phantom Gauge, and by using skills combined with attacks we will destroy stamina of enemies, which will lead to brutal attack, and the brutal attack brutally fills up the Phantom Gauge. It's a vicious circle for the enemies that is going to grant us basically immortality most of the fight, but you still can get two-shotted because that's the way this game does difficulty. Especially in New Game Plus, which you are seeing now. This is Blade Phantom on New Game Plus, and that's the reason why I'm not going to be playing this game anymore, and I'm not gonna go deeper into New Game Plus, because I don't wanna deal with that. It's just cheap as heck and there's no point in doing it. It's just repetition-based annoyance that is going to fill up more and more. No point in doing that. I also didn't optimize the build yet, so this is a non-optimized build that you're seeing. Your version, meaning the fully optimized version that I'm going to give you tips how to do, is going to be much more effective than mine. Reason why I didn't optimize the build is of course because of the cheap RNG FX crafting. I'm not going to be playing the game so that I can spend my hard-earned souls on random FXs and pray to get the thing that I want. Fuck that. This build was based on an idea that doesn't work, unfortunately. I've figured out that if we are in the Phantom Blade form and destroy the enemy's stamina, we can go into the brutal attack, but if we then remove our Phantom form while the enemy is prepared for the brutal attack, meaning while the enemy is exhausted, then we can utilize the brutal attack from our normal form to refill the Phantom Gauge and then directly go into the Phantom Blade again. In New Game Plus, going into Phantom Blade creates a shockwave. It's an additional skill tree upgrade, and that can really destroy stamina of the bosses very quickly. So it would be a perfect loop, but unfortunately while in Phantom Blade form and when the enemy is exhausted we can't transform back into the human form for some reason. I think they figured that out and stopped that possibility. At least I've tried multiple times, and every time I tried going back into the human form while enemy is exhausted, my character just did the brutal attack instead while he was in the Phantom form. So anyway, here's the build. We are using Chaos Ridden set and also the weapon of your choice. In this case I've used the weapon from Golden set because of the dodge stamina decrease. Faded Memory Spear is also quite good because of the increased stamina recovery. Great thing about the spear that I'm using is, since it's an epic one, that it can also have additional bonus. In my case it's spirit accumulation through Bring Dodge, which is perfect. In the helmet slot we have the set item requirement Decrease Jarling. Chaos Ridden is the set that we want because of the all spirit gain possibilities. This set can be farmed from Aluka, and the scroll also drops in the second region. Most important affix to have is stamina damage increase. From that we can also use brutal attack increase or whatever else you see fit, like max stamina, stamina recovery, whatever, as long as you get stamina damage increase. One of the accessories is part of warrior set that gives us brink dodge spirit accumulation. There's also a good other option that gives you spirit accumulation on brink guard. You can use both, but I would never play this game without the strategist set bonus. That gives me chance to reduce damage received by half, especially in New Game Plus. Up to you. Here's the full spear skill tree that I'm using. If you don't play with spear, then choose whatever skills you see fit for this type of a build. Anything that can increase spirit accumulation, go for it. From the common tree, here are the 2 additional upgrades that we can get from the New Game Plus. More importantly, there are regular upgrades from resources and brutal attack, plus additional upgrades from the New Game Plus. All of those that increase spirit gain, get them. Phantom that we need is this one. As you can see, mine is very low level. So by leveling this bastard more and more, this build is going to get better and better. That's what I'm saying, my build is not optimized yet. But anyway, that's all for this build. I hope you enjoy it. It's really a powerful one, first OP build that I've created so far, and it works really bloody well. As I've said, it's actually far more effective when you level the Phantom and optimize the FXs on gear. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon.